Bait. Bait. That one's bait. That's bait. That one's too sincere. Bait. That one's bait. A lot of bait going by. Bad faith. Overly sincere. Too sentimental. Bait. That one's bait. See, this is bait, but I kind of want to respond. You look like Cringer from Masters of the Universe. There's a guy called Cringelord in Masters of the Universe. Finally, I understood why they cast Jared Leto. I mean, did you see this stuff, man? Not good. Not good, Jordan Catalano. Not good. Not good. We don't love him. Claire Danes loved him. She loved him in My So-Called Life, and he didn't love her. He tolerated her. Brian Krakow loved her. Brian Krakow, whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to Brian Krakow? With the curly hair, the hair that looked so... It kind of looked like Justin Guarini a little bit. 2 minutes in, we got Orange Guy voice. I thought Orange Guy voice was... What is Chibley's impression of the Orange Guy? He goes, fuck you! Or something like that. Hey! Fuck you! Hey, asshole! Guys, I listened to Hissing of Summer Lawns today. Honestly, it's kind of shaking my worldview. Is it really possible that Kevin O'Leary is listening to this? It feels like the kind of music where you need to have a certain sense of self-awareness and interiority. But I guess maybe he has an internal monologue? Maybe he has emotions? I don't know, man. I gotta think about it. Did you see him crying over the watch and he had 2 watches in the clip? Wait. Wait. Kevin O'Leary cries over watch. Kevin O'Leary cries after receiving a custom-made, one-of-a-kind Audemars Piguet Royal Oak open-worked watch in February. What? Kevin O'Leary cries after receiving, here we go.
The only one in the world.
Kevin O'Leary's tearing up after receiving his one-of-one custom-made AP. That is the Piece Unique AP Royal Oak open-worked with a ruby bezel and...
I can't, people are watching this stuff. People are they are beaming this shit straight into their brains, man. People are watching this on purpose. Okay, all right. What does it mean? A watch that makes a grown man weep. Okay, this is from the source.
It's incredible. I can't believe I'm holding it. The only one in the world.
Holy fuck, that's funny, man. That's so funny. I can't believe I'm holding it. The only one in the world. Let's see what else he's got. I like when he wears the Howie Mandel glasses. I like when he wears the Howie Mandel glasses. That's when you know he's being an artist instead of a businessman.
It's lunch with George. You know, George is 96 years old, so I care about what he eats because longevity is about everything. And boy, this guy's lasting. So, George, tell us what we're having today. What do we?
Damn, he basically said, George, your ass should have been dead like 15 years ago. So,
having today for lunch.
So, look, first of all, this is my dream come true. I'm sitting here looking at the lake and the forest and everything. So
I'm being farmed for Instagram content by, I'm going to assume this is my son-in-law. I'm being farmed for reels right now, a concept I barely have any understanding of what it could possibly be.
Wonderful.
Okay, but let's talk about the food. I mean, you prepared this.
Yeah, okay, old man. Yeah, your life's been very fulfilling. You're here with your family. You're in nature. All right, but let's talk about what you're eating now.
Meal. What are we doing here?
So you're going to have this thing, which is called fatire, with cheese and what they call kolinji seeds.
Yeah.
And it gives it a very nice flavor.
So that's a little protein, a little carbs, all right.
And
what
then
else?
we have
Judge, this man he's sharing he's lived on the earth for a century. He's sharing what he feels are the secrets to a fulfilled life. And you're going, okay, some protein, some carbs. Yeah, all right, what's next? Because Kevin, I understand the joke. The joke is This man's almost 100 years old, and look at what he's eating. He's not eating peptides or multivitamins or anything. He's eating food he wants to eat. We all get the joke, okay?
I don't.
I see you're drinking a beer over there.
Treat
Yeah, he's drinking a beer over here. It's a beer. It looks like a Rush beer that has the album cover for Starman on it, which is interesting. I'd like to know more about that, to be honest.
food like prescription drugs, like telling you cholesterol, and of course, you eat. You
What's
enjoy
that, a
it.
beer you're having?
Bro, come on. We know, man. We know. We get it. We get he's having a beer, he's eating carbs, and he's 96 years old.
I'm having a Canadian beer called Rush, which I don't know. I'm discovering for the first time.
Is it any good?
It's not bad.
Unfortunately, not cold enough.
But he's obviously comparing it to the Swiss beers. How would you say against the Swiss beers that you're
No,
used
the
to?
Swiss don't know how to make beer.
Oh, drama. He's never had Kirschwasser from a shell. San Francisco show and tell.
They make wine, but the beer is awful.
All right, so we also have some fresh veggies here. I'm going to go pure protein.
Oh my God, his plate is just a brick of salmon. All this amazing looking. He's literally seeing a guy who's 96 who's eating a bunch of bread and cheese, and he's still going, nah, that ain't me. It's a brick of grilled salmon with nothing else on the plate.
Because I don't like carbs. And of course, I think countering the beer is a little poulet de Montrachet, which I think is excellent.
That's carbs, bro.
So cheers, everybody. Let's enjoy. But remember, reduce the carbs, eat the protein.
Shut up, man. You're not. You literally. What? I thought I understood the video. Now I don't understand the video because he's showing a 96-year-old man who's just eating carbs. And then he's going, if you want to live a long time, reduce your carbs. He's 96. Also, take your shirt off, Kevin. You're going to start giving diet. You know the rules. It's the same rules as the Peloton Discord. If you're going to start talking shit about nutrition, oh, I need to have at least 190 grams of protein a day and I eat less than 20 grams of carbs a day, that's fine. You have to post your six-pack. You have to post your abs, your blood work, your mile time, or your watts per kilogram. You can choose. We don't choose. If I was cruel, we would choose. I'd be like, okay, bro, give me your mile time. Resting heart rate. I took that one off because I recently found out it's predominantly driven by genetics. Because I found out, I thought I had to see a cardiologist because my maximum heart rate is like 163 beats per minute. And I swear to you, I've been pushing it. And this is not a flex. I want a higher maximum heart rate because it feels like you'd be getting more blood during high intensity exercise. It seems like you would be suffusing your muscles with more energy during high intensity exercise. It seems like it would give you a bigger advantage. But I can't get over 170. Are you only testing on the bike? I do a sprint at the end of my hard rides, and then I pretend I get a text from my mom that says, "Can you call ... And even still, I can't get over 170. I've been trying every trick in the book, man. Try prescription stimulants. You know, I need to apologize. I previously said that they should put Adderall into the water supply, but just at like a very, very small dose, or Vyvanse. I'm not picky. But then I was talking to some people, admittedly in the Discord, who are on Vyvanse. It's almost all of them. And they said it actually, I'm doing no weighing right now. Apparently it has side effects. Apparently you're not supposed to have caffeine or alcohol or it can fuck up, you can get diarrhea as a result. You can have a really hard time sleeping. It can fuck up your sleep. I do not think that they should put that shit in the water supply, man. The come down is ungodly. Yeah, apparently that's like every action has an equal opposite reaction. When you come off the Vyvanse, you get like, forgive the crudeness of my parlance, you get a little bit more ADHD for a bit. Yeah, pretty much. Wow, that sucks ass, man. But then, what if they just had a drug that did the opposite of that? What about a drug that made you a little bit sleepy and made caffeine appropriate again and then fixed your diarrhea and then the humble edible? You might be right, man. I know I said this before. I got a long time to come to terms with this. 100% not one of those guys who's like, when I turn 70, I'm going to start doing heroin. When I turn 70, I don't see why I shouldn't be at least taking a couple edibles a week. The downstream effects seem so minor. The positives seem pretty, not gonna like transform your life markedly, but a positive, I would say, for sure. Way ahead of you on that one. Well, every once in a while I gotta like drive my kids somewhere, so I don't want to do all that. Especially because like crack, I think, is okay because it only stays in your system for like 15 minutes, right? So you could be like, just chill for a minute, just chill. Yeah, I'll drive you to gymnastics. I just need a couple minutes. But the edible, you never know, right? You could be on that for like 8 hours or something and not even know. Are you on crack? You think I'm this kid who's definitely on crack right now? Excuse me, did I say yas? Did I say yas and take a basketball off my forehead on purpose? I'm not on crack. I'm on 20 grams of whey protein and a cup of cold brew, bro. And unlike most millennials, I know that that basically doesn't do anything. It's the way millennials do talk about cold brew as if it's like an illicit narcotic, as if it's not just a cup of coffee that's basically as strong as every other cup of coffee. Here we go. Well, I'm not the one who if you get the concentrate by accident, if you got a new barista and they give you a cup of concentrate instead of a cup of the diluted stuff, well, first off, drop the pin so we know where to go. Secondly, well, I'm a little jealous, but I'm about to start my biology master's in the fall. Congratulations, and I don't even mean this in a sarcastic way, because I am a guy who has a biology degree, but it's only a bachelor's. Congratulations on finally reaching the part of biology that's useful. And also, secondarily, if you're TAing a class and you see a kid come in with a bathrobe, maybe they're a freshman, they come in with a bathrobe and a bowl of cereal and they start eating the cereal in the middle of the tutorial, go easy on them, okay? We all, our prefrontal cortex is all mature at different ages, okay? I've killed them on sight, bro, that was me. That was me. What do you mean kill them on sight? TAing as a master's student? Is that not how it works? Or are you just an upper year? Are you an upperclassman when you do that? I have no idea. That is how it works? All right. I thought I didn't like hallucinate the 4 years I was in university. I'm not saying I got a lot done, but at my university, the PhD students TA? PhD students TAing like freshman year biology? Seems like a waste of their talents. Shouldn't they be bringing the thesis supervisor a cup of coffee or something? Doing something valuable with their time? I kid. Academia is important. I watched the 2021 Spiderman last night. They throw every reference in it. It's kind of crazy. So I got nothing against the new Spider-Man. I think my reviews of them from the 3 that I've seen, the first one is the best one. And then the second best one is probably the third one. And then the Jake Gyllenhaal one is the worst one. That being said, I can pinpoint the exact moment that the shine kind of came off the rose for me. It was when I was watching the new one, or I guess it's not the new one anymore, but the one with Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina in it. And you realize that it was actually just a movie where they were like, well, we have to make a great trailer. We have to make a trailer that'll get people to see the movie, and then like the movie itself seemed to be secondary. The movie was like, how do we get all the people from the trailer into the movie so that they don't feel betrayed? I need to watch Spider-Man 2 someday. I mean, again, not to just millennial post. Of the Tobey Maguire ones is by far the best. 3 is, I feel like you probably feel the same way about Spider-Man 3 that you do about the prequels. So you already know that I'm not really fucking with them. Spider-Man 1, pretty good. Was my second favorite movie when I was in the 8th grade. Number 1, adaptation. Little did I know that as an iconoclast in 2002, I was actually just a preview of what like every 29-year-old guy would be like by the time we got to 2026. I didn't know. Why does your creature look like it wouldn't even survive as a fossil? Is that an insult? First off, surviving as a fossil has nothing to do with your adaptive merit, you know? Like, fossils survive because they have lots of like hard material in them that is hard for microbes and shit to digest. That doesn't mean that you're particularly like well adapted evolutionarily. You're like well adapted for archaeologists and shit to discover you later, but that doesn't fucking mean anything. Do you even know what the fuck you're talking about? You think you're gonna survive as a fossil? You're not Otzi, man. You're probably not gonna die in a bog. It's probably gonna be like in a chair somewhere. Maybe a bed, if we're lucky. You're probably not freezing to death on the top of Mount Everest. You ain't that guy. The only Pete you're near is a box set of the entire series run of the Adventures of Pete and Pete on Nickelodeon, okay? You're not Otzi is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm getting Otzi confused with, because there's a dude who fell in a peat bog. Maybe it was Lucy. Maybe Lucy fell in the peat bog, because Otzi, I think he was frozen in ice, but Otzi was still so well preserved, he still had food in his stomach. That's fucked up, man. Wouldn't it be fucking crazy if they opened up his stomach and there was like a cheesy gordita crunch in there? That would indeed be crazy. I wouldn't think that there would be like a Taco Bell back then, but what I might think is that somebody threw a cheesy gordita crunch into the bog and then it drifted all the way down to Otzi, whose mouth was still open, and then it like migrated through peristalsis down into his stomach or whatever. Did your parents ever put you on timeout and you have to sit in the corner for 10 minutes? Yeah, bro. You've never been on timeout? I mean, not to insult you or whatever, but that's like a beginner's punishment. Like, if you haven't experienced timeout, I know you don't know shit about getting grounded. That's white people stuff? I don't know about all that, man. I'm sure, like, lots of people are putting their kids in timeout. These days, you really can't do anything else, to be honest. Yeah, these days, you can't do a grounding, obviously. I mean, I only have a 5-year-old, so we're, like, way, too early for like the grounding stage to matter, but I don't know how you ground your kids in like 2026. Like if your kid's 14 years old, don't they spend all their time in their room anyway? Like an adult? I guess you could take away the phone. But like, isn't there a chance they're gonna go to school and they're gonna be like, oh, Olivia didn't bring her iPad today, so she couldn't do her schoolwork. They give you laptops at school now? Honestly, kind of sweet. When I was a kid, we had to pay for our own. You know the other thing that's crazy? Like, no school rooms have a chalkboard anymore. At a minimum, they have a whiteboard with the dry erase marker, which when I was a kid, that was like, oh, you must go to you must go to university if they have a whiteboard instead of a chalkboard. But a lot of them obviously have like those smart boards now too, which you can like draw on it, but then also it can play like John Mayer music videos on YouTube during quiet reading time or whatever. It's crazy that with less chalk dust in the air, more kids than ever have asthma. You would think that like just not having to be in the room when the teacher does this with those fucking big ass foam chalk erasers and it makes the whole room get cloudy, you would think asthma would have been like eliminated at this point. As long as we're talking about highly neurotypical stuff, as much as Velvet, I find it very inhospitable to the touch, the worst is sidewalk chalk. I hate picking up like a piece of sidewalk chalk off the sidewalk. It's something I realize my trigger for that stuff is like really, really fine grained particles. Chalk, Velvet is kind of like that, sandpaper. I hate touching chalk, man. Luckily they make those chalk holders, but even then it's kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. Hate styrofoam? That's weird. That's weird. I think styrofoam's totally fine. No problem about it whatsoever. You're crazy for that one. Unfinished ceramics? A little bit, the unfinished ceramics. Yeah, I mean, I'm conjuring in my head what it would feel like. Like the outside of one of those like clay pots, especially if it's a little bit damp, like if it's been grazed by morning dew. Yeah, it wouldn't be nearly as bad as chalk, but it would be uncomfortable to imagine me running my thumb along it. It's actually, I feel like it's making my hands get dry just thinking about it. Shrink-wrapped pallets of disposable water bottles. Now that... Shrink-wrapped pallets of disposable water bottles. I can't even... The human brain is a very powerful thing. I cannot, in my imagination, figure out what that would feel like. Fiberglass insulation, 100%. But not cotton candy, weirdly enough, even though they taste the same. I can't stand touching lava. I mean, the heat would be the major problem with it, if I may. It's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. You know what I've noticed, though? People have stopped saying that. I think enough people have been to Las Vegas now that they know that that's fucking bullshit. It's both, man. Wet bulb temperatures are a thing. Okay, also, the other thing that we should not say anymore is a thing. Because it's literally 100% of the time it's used. It's in a condescending-ass use like that, okay? So of course I'm aware that all things being equal, you'd probably rather have a dry heat than a hot heat. All I'm saying is, people who say it's not the heat, it's the humidity, go to Las Vegas when it's like 120 degrees Fahrenheit and try to walk from Treasure Island to the Paris Resort and Casino, okay? And then deal with some motherfucker who looks like he's made of leather because he's lived in the sun for like 70 years, go, yeah, but it's a dry heat, okay? If you walk that mile and you can still say that, then you get to say that, okay? If it was humid, it would be worse. Yeah, okay, and if there was a fucking asteroid that fell out of the sky and crashed into you, it would be even worse than that. And then the worst thing of all would be like if you thought it was Wednesday, so you're like, damn, at least I can watch the new episode of Survivor tonight. And then you get home and you realize, what the fuck? It's Tuesday. I got another damn day. Tonight's the Masked Singer? Of all things, tonight's the Masked Singer? It'd be one thing if it was Thursday, because then I could just go on the TiVo and I could watch Survivor, because it's already happened. But now I gotta wait one more day, and I gotta deal with Ken Jeong walking off stage because Rudy Giuliani's the Masked Singer today. Even though he's sitting next to Jenny McCarthy. Listen, they're both bad, okay? I don't want to get lost in the weeds on this one, but you're sitting next to Jenny McCarthy every night. Every night. Well, the 2 days a month when you shoot, but still. What are you talking about? Masked Singer, bro. Try to keep up. It's a #2 show in America after Blue Bloods. Says who? Nielsen. Who's Nielsen? I don't know. He keeps calling, man. And I'm like, bro, I told you, I'm watching The Big Bang Theory. Me and my family of 14,000 21 to 39-year-olds, we're all watching The Big Bang Theory, bro. You know, not to be rude to roguelikes, but in the year 2014, and you might not believe me, but you might not have been there. In the year 2014, there was one of these a month. There was a Pathogenic every month. And we didn't know how good we had it, man. Chill on Rogue Legacy? You got me backwards. You got me backwards. There still is, you just play the garbage instead. Not true. Megresta, I looked at the game that you linked in the Discord. I can't play that. I'm not gonna play. I believe it's good, but I also believe that every review of it that's good is from people who have spent 3,000 hours in Final Fantasy XIV. It's obviously a game made to play while you're waiting for the queue to pop in Final Fantasy XIV. When you're queuing for, you don't have a full stack for a static, so you're queuing for a role, but it's not a role that's like highly in demand. So sometimes you have to wait like 40 minutes. How do you know all this? My wife's a gamer. Me, I just play Guild Run. My wife plays real games. How do you think I knew that Final Fantasy XIV is the hardest game ever made? If you haven't yet learned the foundational tip of when the boss growls and puts a red circle on the ground, stepping in that circle for too long will make you take damage. Sad story, but true. Weapons, no, oh, but you do less damage. NL's greatest hits? What do you mean? I know that it's rage bait. I know that when I put this take into my brain, the Matrix wants me to get upset. You know what I've learned? After 10 years in Twitch chat? Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, I'd like to say you do Kefka Phase 4 during Mythic Heroic raids when they came out with the Stormblood DLC, and then you're trying to get your raid together, but 3 of the people actually work for a living, so they can't get the, oh, sorry, I have a kid and a full-time job. I can't play from 11 a.m. till 5 a.m. every night. I can't play so we're not going to be world's first, and Mr. Happy's going to get the trophy before us. You try doing that. Yeah, there's type A's for this game. People are like, don't infect this guy. Oh, you should never, this is bad target selection. You shouldn't have infected this guy. He works in a lab. He's probably college educated. Bro, we're making ivermectin in here, okay? I know what I'm doing. I played more than you. You don't have to worry about that. When the message starts with, I had a dream. That wasn't a joke about Martin Luther King. That's literally what the message, can I get out of here so I can read what the message says? I had a dream. I was at the I can't read it except I had a dream. I was at the stand-up with my friends, and after everybody host is announcing that there is one special guest and it was you, and you were all big and scary, you started cracking jokes, everyone was saying +2. At the culmination, you made your famous God joke, and everyone suddenly got quiet, and somebody said, yo, let's jump him. And everybody in the audience charging at you, but you like 1.5 times bigger than all the other people. Bro had me, he thought I was a Bergen from the Trolls movie. He thought I was King Gristle. Can I also say 1.5 times bigger than all the other people is not like, that's not a giant. That's just like a big guy. It's just a fairly large individual, but certainly not even close to the biggest individual that has ever existed. Me and my daughter were watching the American Sumo last night. You guys seen that on Game TV? Imagine my surprise when a dude stepped into the sumo, I don't know, is it a ring, I guess? The sumo ring? He was like 6'2", 215 pounds. I was like, you are fucked, man. You got, I don't know. I'm not saying you don't know what you're doing from a technique standpoint, but just from a physics standpoint, I think you're in for a long night. What happened to him? He fucking lost, man. He got... I guess in sumo you don't really get your ass beat, but he was having a real hard time against a guy that was like 5'10", 370 pounds. Miss Frizzle in here somewhere with her class. We're in Ralphie right now, man. Who was the most annoying character on Magic School Bus for everybody watching right now? We're gonna play the hits. Don't say, okay, someone's gonna say Arnold. Like, in fact, almost everybody said Carlos. Bro, I think Phoebe was the most annoying. Maybe that's me being like a streamer, so always hearing motherfuckers all day talking like Phoebe. Oh, according to my research, actually you should have taken the silver attack upgrade instead of the gold attack speed upgrade based on my my chart right here. That's Dorothy Ann? Who the fuck is Phoebe, bro? I've been hating Phoebe for like 30 years for no reason. Everybody's saying Carlos. I literally know you're just jealous. He's literally cool. Because you think that because everyone's going, Carlos, that means he's annoying the other kids. It's not him annoying the other kids. It's the same way like when your dad makes a joke, you go, oh, dad. You're like, well, that's Carlos making a Carlos joke. It's emblematic of his character. The people love him for it. I don't identify with Carlos. I wish. Carlos has an effortless coolness, bro. I identify with Arnold. I literally might take my helmet off on Pluto just to prove to my cousin that it'll kill you. Just because, like, sometimes it's frustrating, like, not being fucking listened to. Yeah, maybe if I die, this'll show her. Kind of like the same energy as Ralphie from A Christmas Story when he gets blinded by soap poisoning. More important question, who from Miss Frizzle's class is most likely to end up in jail? I think a lot of people would say Ralphie. And I honestly think that that's very misguided. Just because he wears his hat backwards, I don't think he should go to prison. I personally think Arnold's cousin is like seriously likely to be in like an FTX style, like financial fraud startup company. Like she has 30 under 30 energy all over. She's got like Elizabeth Holmes phenotype for sure. Miss Frizzle should be in jail. Why? For being a good teacher, which is illegal in America? For driving like that? You're saying she doesn't have her pilot's license? Bro, I mean, it's literally all there in the waiver. The waiver said you might get baked into a pie. She does say seatbelts, everyone, which is crazy because they're on a school bus. Only like the first 2 rows even have seatbelts, right? At least when back in my day. And then you would always ask your parents, you'd be like, well, if seatbelts are, if seatbelts keep you safe, why don't they have them on the school bus? And they'd be like, oh yeah, actually the engineers have decided that it's safer to not have a seatbelt the further back on the school bus you are. And when you're 8, you're like, oh, okay. I've never been on a school bus with seatbelts in Canada. Bro, you gotta sit in one of the front 2 rows with the cool kids. I'm telling you, if you're on a Bluebird school bus, front 2 rows, they got seatbelts, okay? But you gotta be cool enough to sit right behind the teacher and the bus driver. You gotta be pretty fucking cool to sit there. So, frankly, I'm not surprised that you never got the chance. cool kids are in the back. Where do they put the kids with a sense of humor? Probably most of them probably homeschool. No, probably not. Maybe they walk to school. Yeah, all the cool kids are calling their teacher mom by accident. You didn't get the memo, bro? Yeah, I'm doing the call your teacher mom by accident challenge. It's all over TikTok right now. Yeah, I'm doing the mean to say, excuse me, can I go to the bathroom? But instead you put up your hand and say, I need to poop. We're doing the I need to poop challenge. You don't know that one? We're doing the eat lunch in the bathroom challenge. Yeah, you haven't heard of it? We're doing the, oh yeah, I went out for lunch challenge, but actually I ate in the bathroom stall. Oh, what challenge are we doing? Sorry, it's gonna get too real. We're doing the, I got really sick in the 2nd grade and missed a bunch of really important lessons, and ever since then I've been bad at school challenge. Yeah, it's when you don't get chicken pox in like kindergarten, and instead you get it when you're like 8, so you miss all the lessons that teach you like how to read, write, and do any arithmetic whatsoever. So for the rest of your life, you think you're fucking stupid, but actually you just happen to miss some very important lessons at school when you were too young to understand the ramifications of it? Yeah, we had a little bit of teen pregnancy in our school. Honestly, like not as much as you might expect, considering it was a rural high school in the mid-2000s, but a little bit for sure. The other thing that's crazy to think about now is like, damn, like her kid could be in fact, like I think her kid was born in 2005. They're older than some of you. That's true, she literally could be a grandma right now. Saying shit like, well, you know, in the whole history of humanity, that's like not even that uncommon. Could be good, you got 30 years and the child stuff is done. Okay, yeah, but like, listen, because everybody gets, well, this is, what I'm about to say is false. I was going to say everybody gets the same amount of time. That's like one of the cruel things about life is that is not true. And a lot of it's out of your hands. That being said, if we're taking her case, and I'm not trying to like, you know, cast aspersions upon her, but we didn't really like, she didn't get one over on us. She just shuffled some shit around, you know? Like, while she was taking her kid from like 0 to 10, we were going through college, starting our YouTube channel, playing The Binding of Isaac, playing Spelunky, playing Enter the Gungeon, playing Balatro, playing Spelunky 2, etc., etc. So like, she's got to catch up on all that stuff. She missed a lot of great games. I'm assuming she didn't get much of a chance to play. The dorsal lysosome, back shots deal 100% damage. Yeah, maybe if the boss is ovulating. This is how my wife reacts when I fart in bed. And you know what? She's valid for that. Ass nuke incoming! I felt a lot worse about having like horrible farts when I realized that like the people who smelled them are literally smelling like little particles of my shit. Like little particles of my shit are basically hitting their brain. But then also, it is one of those things where like, it's kind of like having body hair. People, they will just say like horrible shit about it, but with no like actionable advice. They'll be like, well, if I had that, I would fix it. You're like, oh, okay, sorry, I hadn't considered that. I guess I'm just like a worse person than you are because my gut biome it has different bacteria or something. Is this game good or bad? I like to stay out of like controversial subjects, but I would say, despite the heat that I might take for this, I'll say this game is good. But if you buy it, if you pay $6 for it and then you only get like 500 hours of entertainment out of it, then I apologize. That's why I should be careful with my words and my deeds. I want a Werther's so bad. Have you like not seen your grandma in a while? I don't mind a Werther's, don't get me wrong. I like a butterscotch flavor profile to begin with, but I feel like I basically just ate enough Werther's for one lifetime, going to my grandma's house after high school like every day. She always had a huge bowl of Werther's, and I would just eat them until my teeth hurt, basically. The hard or the soft ones? The hard ones, man. They're kind of OP as an adult. A bag lasts forever. Hard candy is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a cheat code, but if you want something sweet, I mean, 2 Chips Ahoy's is like 300 calories and it takes a second and a half to eat. 1 lollipop takes like a half hour to eat and it's like 40 calories. Sure, it's pure sugar. You don't get any of the saturated fat that you get in like a Chips Ahoy, I guess, but... Or you could just eat cough drops, which I'm sure have calories, but because they're classed as like a medicine, I don't think they have to put the calories on the container. So it's kind of like you're getting it for free. Like there's no shot of Ricola is 0 calories. The shit tastes like a Jolly Rancher. That's a good point, Malik. Why the hell the immune system offering upgrades for the virus, man? You know what? Capitalism, I guess, comes for us all, right? I think. All the healers must pay the price. Stop! 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 I can't fucking do anything! Getting fucking blown around by all the air sacs, man! Can I run my Joni Mitchell Pathogenic lyric by you? Yes. I may not know it, though. Joni Mitchell after eating at a sketchy restaurant. I do know it. Yelp me, I think I've gotten E. coli again. When I get that crazy rumble, I know I'm in trouble again. I'm in trouble, 'cause I had the platter and the shrimp sampler and the sweet hot wings on sale. She's got a certain... I did my best to hew to her original meter, but she's got a really like... Burp, 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 burp. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a Cord and Spark Maxer, of course, man. And don't insult yourself by saying some shit like, that's Help Me. Yeah, I know. That's track 2 off what album? Go look it up. I'll wait. You were not even close? I think if you listen to the song, actually, the meter was right. The pitch was probably all over the place, but the meter was really close. It's top 3. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm gonna say it's People's Parties, and then I'm gonna say it's Just Like This Train, and then I'm gonna say, I think it might be Free Man in Paris, number 3. For me. For you, if you want to go with the single that was number 1 on the Billboard charts, like Kevin O'Leary, by all means. What about Case of You? Buddy, Case of You is not on Cord and Spark, it's on Blue. Okay, a Case of You is on Blue. So why don't you do the required reading before you start trying to insert yourself into the conversation? Probably the best song in history that says, "Oh Canada," of the 2 that I can think of. Clears the national, it should fucking be the national anthem, bro. Also could be great for a Taco Bell Joni Mitchell. I could drink a case of poo. I would still be on my seat, I would still be on my seat. Standing long jump ass. What's your number 1, pack 1, pick 1 worst track and field event? I fully will admit I don't understand triple jump. One of the most fun for sure, high jump. Even when you lose, you get to basically jump on the bed after. Standing long jump sucks ass. Always feels like I'm gonna fuck up my hips. Running long jump, at least you feel like your body was like kind of designed to do some of that shit. I guess pole vault could be an answer, but we didn't really do that in high school. I didn't go to one of the high schools where they do pole vault. Pretty much nobody from my high school was gonna make it to the NCAA. Yeah, shot put kind of self-explanatory. Just throw this as far as you can. My grandpa said he did the Fosbury flop. Grandparents were always talking about the Fosbury flop, man. I'm only slightly aware of what that even is. It's a form of high jump that they did before they learned that you could like jump backwards. But anytime you took a fall, my grandma would always be saying some shit like, nice Fosbury flop or something like that. No, that is, the Fosbury flop is the current meta. Oh, okay. It turns out I don't know shit about the Fosbury flop. It is kind of a BLJ. It ruined the high jump. High jump old heads are real divided on the Fosbury flop. It looks ridiculous. It doesn't look like a natural motion. Ever tell you my track and field story? It's not even track and field, it was cross country. But to my like 7-year-old brain, they're basically the same thing. I went out for cross country, AKA basically recreational jogging in the 2nd grade. And the coach said, okay, so if you get in this club, we're gonna work hard every single day at recess. And if you're not up for that, you should just leave right now. And my ass just fucking left without realizing that basically she was just trying to pump us up. She was just trying to like get us motivated to jog. But I took that shit a little too literally, I guess. I guess I believed adults when they said shit, which was my problem. She's okay though. She was always on my ass about like learning how to tie my shoes better. That makes you neurodivergent. Apparently it's neurodivergent to expect people to say what they mean. And if you're neurotypical, you're just like, oh, that's obviously that's a situation where she's just lying. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Pretty much. That's maybe the neurotypicals are neurodivergent, man. I'm talking like Lex Luthor. When I become the emperor of the world, everybody's gonna get a chip in their brain that's gonna make them think like us. And that way no one's gonna bother me anymore and go, who was that guy that was in that movie? The movie with it's Ed Norton from Death to Smoochie, okay? You should know this! Can we, Dan, if you see this clip, pretend you didn't see it, okay? It'll be good for everybody involved, you included. Once Dan finishes his Punch-Out challenge, can we all do a psy-op to get him to do a Dark Souls randomizer? To the best of my knowledge, he's never done a Dark Souls randomizer. I think it would actually, the Daniel stocks would be so high. And the Punch-Out stuff is good. But I'm telling you, Dan, if you see this clip, a Dark Souls randomizer would feed families way more than dropping 3,000 books on the ground in the Sort the Library game. I understand there's a need to you want to do the content from the top down. You want to start with an idea for something that someone would watch a short of, so that you could then make a 30-second clip of, so that you could then make a 15-minute video of that will eventually lead to a 5-hour stream. But I'm telling you, the Dark Souls randomizer is it, dude. Imagine you walking out Giga Chad style into like Nito the Gravelord's boss arena, but it's not Nito, bro. There's nothing in there. And then all of a sudden, oh, that's Priscilla! Priscilla! The half-blood princess is in there, and she's invisible. You don't even know where she is, and because the floor is bones, you can't see her footsteps, bro. You can't see her fucking footsteps. Then you get into the fucking, oh, I'm ready. I'm in lower on Deadberg. I'm gonna go fight the Capra demon. Sorry, bro, it's ceaseless discharge. Good luck. The ground is lava. The ground is fucking lava, and the room is about this big. It's the size of a closet. Best of luck to you. I'm telling you, Dark Souls 1 randomizer, I mean, Q3 would be record-breaking. They would be saying shit like, we can't release Daniel's streams yet. They're too powerful. They're too dangerous to be allowed access to the public right now because it could unravel the fabric of society. They would be saying stuff like that. You should do it? Maybe I will, actually. I love the randomizer. Even the 2 weeks we got stuck fighting Seath and who was the other one? It was on the gargoyle's roof as like the third boss of the game. It was Seath and Priscilla. Oh right, it was lore appropriate. We should get into slap fighting. We should start professionally gambling on slap fights. Dan should. That has nothing to do with Dan. If he wants to get into slap fighting, I'd watch. I don't know if I would watch. I find it kind of, not to be a pussy, I kind of hate watching like boxing. At least the long term, or at least the effects of boxing usually manifest in the long term, so you can temporarily be like, that was awesome. But anything like as brutal as the UFC or worse, mixed martial arts that are not the UFC, they're like trying to market themselves as like the UFC, but like with less order. I find that stuff hard to watch the older I get, knowing the damage that it like does to predominantly the brain. The body, yes, like I'm sure it hurts in the moment, but the brain, like long term especially. Which is why the only mixed martial arts that is moral to watch is highlights from Conor McGregor comeback fights. Because he injures himself walking into the octagon. And like no long-term ramifications. It's not good to tear your ACL, I'm sure, but no long-term ramifications, cognitively speaking. Same as fighting in junior hockey. Man, you can't... That just kind of pisses me off. I used to go watch Kingston Frontenac's games when I was with my my dad and my grandpa when I was in like middle school. You would like cheer when the players were fighting, and then you realize like a couple years later they're like they're 16 years old. Should not be like playing the Imperial March while a whole arena watches like two 16-year-old kids punch each other in the head, man. Over what? Like over. You aren't even from Sarnia, bro. Why you repping the Sarnia Sting so hard? I bleed for this crest. I bleed for the Brampton Battalion, man. I gotta show my billet family that I have a sense of civic pride. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was my uncle's birthday on Tuesday. We went to the Cactus Club. Steak frites kind of went hard. It goes hard when you don't see the Cisco truck dropping that shit off in the back, at least. It goes hard when your aunt pays for it, too, is the other thing. Although, to be honest, 34 Canadian dollars for a steak, a salad, and fries, not too bad these days, not too bad. Is it still full of perverts ogling the waitresses? It literally, well, okay, so info. Our dinner reservation was at 5:30. So maybe we were like in the pre-pervert hours, but there was actually just like a lot of old people kind of like eating alone. That's them? I didn't tell you, but like most of the people eating alone were old women. Old women! Does anyone know, before I do it again, does anyone fucking know what I'm doing when I do that? Does anyone know Nighthawks at the Diner? I just can't fit in every dime store saloon. That's always just how it's fucking been. No? No one knows? You don't know this at all? All those double-knit strangers with gin and vermouth. I've just been drinking to forget about you, baby. I'll have another shot of that. You should listen. It's fucking good, man. You should listen to it. I like that. Nice cocks at the diner. Oh, that is good, man. That's... If I could only... if I could only think about where it would possibly go next. Nice cocks at the diner. Also, you can only do the Tom Waits voice for like 5 seconds before you have to take a couple days off, so that's why he's the GOAT. I bet he hates Rush. When you make good shit, I don't care if you listen to good shit. If you're making like business insights and shit like that, if you're making PowerPoints, your taste better be good as fuck. If you're actually making like good art, you can listen to whatever fucking bullshit you want to. But if you're like, hang on, oh, don't worry, I'll get the work done on the plane, and then the work is a slide deck, nah, man, you better be into some fucking Kino. You better not be watching The Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa while you fucking increase shareholder value. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. How was your week? It's been pretty good so far, I can't complain. Went to a grocery store I haven't been to in a long time yesterday. It's like kind of almost like being in a foreign country. It's like, damn, I don't know where fucking anything is. The bakery and the deli are on opposite sides of the store from one another, even though they're natural bedfellows in the sandwich department. You're crazy for this one, Safeway. I don't want to die because I think this run is good, but I kind of want to die because it's going to take us more than 3 seconds to kill the boss. Like, are you bugged? I don't understand. Every time I look at you, you've got more HP. Stop touching me! Oh my god, I have 1 HP left. And you have 3 trillion HP. Don't touch me! Don't fucking touch. I can't. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? They spawned a boss who had 3,000 more HP than me. You did 0 damage? Every enemy up to that point died as if a hot knife through butter. They had ads you could kill for laser charges, so it's bugged. It's bugged, is what you're saying. Spore was ahead of its time. Yeah, I guess if you were like not alive when it came out, because they announced that shit in like 1997 and it didn't come out until 2010. It was behind its time by like by a decade, basically. We were waiting forever for that shit to come out. Then it kind of sucked. Yeah, I had a housemate at university that was like obsessed with what Spore was going to be like. And then after it came out, I remember he played it for like a half an hour. He was like, I'm not sure about this one. Game is kind of hard. I'm not used to a roguelike that actually like respects you, and especially one with meta progression that thinks that you are like a guy who's played a video game before in your life. Most of them are just, I mean, remember Coin Tavern? Probably my number 2 game of 2026 so far. Dude, Coin Tavern mentioned twice. Someone just said Coin Tavern today. Could I? Maybe, dude, Coin Tavern is on the way up, man. All of a sudden, Coin Tavern's got a lot of glazers in the chat. I know the AI summary of the stream so far is like, he keeps talking about Coin Tavern. Don't call it an item room. There's no proof the game has the same nomenclature as The Binding of Isaac, okay? There's simply no concrete proof of that. This whole game is happening inside Isaac's dad. Wait, Matt Pat coming out of retirement party? My buddy spent $30 to see Minions and Monsters, no regrets. The hell did he watch it in, man? 70 millimeters? The one theater in America that's counter-programming the Odyssey and using its 70 millimeter screens for Minions and Monsters? One small Coca-Cola? Alright. We were chatting about it in the Discord. Comes up a lot, surprisingly. I'm literally a big eater. Now, let me just say, not to ruin anybody's day. Down south, you're doing it a little bit different. So I'm a big eater by like Vancouver standards, but I recognize once you get me on the Disney Wonder, all of a sudden I look like I'm still in junior hockey, right? But that being said, I got a real big appetite for snacks. I've never in my life finished a movie theater popcorn, much less been like, I want more. I'm gonna go to the concession stand for a refill. I feel like I always feel kind of sick way before I actually finish the popcorn. I always feel like I should not be eating this much popcorn way before I finish the popcorn. Okay, oh, this motherfucker again. You'll pay. You're not a real eater then? Honestly, I'm just stunned at the amount of popcorn that people can consume, and I'm not trying to limit myself. Some people say they like finish it during the previews. It's kind of mind-boggling because I always show up early for the movies. I literally start eating the popcorn as soon as I sit down. And I don't even come close to finishing the popcorn before the previews. And I'm eating, like my wife is telling me, stop eating it by the handful. You can just eat one piece at a time. And I'm like, it's popcorn, that's not how it works. M&M's, sure, you could just open a pack of M&M's and dump it in. But popcorn is like so, it's high volume. You know what M&M song you never hear anymore? You never hear Mosh anymore. The one that he did for the Vote or Die campaign in 2004. Good? I mean, that song was everywhere on MTV in 2004, bro. We were gonna rock the vote. We were gonna vote or die. We were gonna stop George Bush, bro. But then fucking at one debate, Bush pulls out some classic Texas own, says something like, "Hey John, why the long face?" And everyone goes, "All righty, run it back, man. He's doing his best." Was he so bad in the end? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. He did dodge the fuck out of that shoe, though. No, I can't take that away from him. Rare am I the asshole where it's everybody rules here. The guy throwing the shoe, not the guy dodging the shoe, but the dodge. The dodge definitely rules here.
So what if the guy threw a shoe at me? No, I consider it an important step on the road toward an Iraq that can sustain itself, govern itself, and defend itself. But let me talk about the guy throwing the shoe. It is one way to gain attention. It's like going to a political rally and having people yell at you. It's like driving down the street and have people not gesturing with all 5 fingers. It's a way for people to draw, attention. I don't know what the guy's cause is, but one thing is for certain, he caused you to ask me a question about him. I didn't feel the least bit threatened by it. And so I guess he was effective because he caused you to say something about it. Now, in terms of the agreements, this is a major achievement.
He even smiles after he dodges it the first time, man. What the fuck? It's like he wasn't even mad that they threw the shoe at him. He was just like, he was excited that he was like a dog. He got to play a little bit at the press conference. Tea is good. It's all right. I just don't appreciate the attitude that tea drinkers have whenever they find out you drink a cup of coffee every day. They act like you don't give a fuck about your body. Bro, my body tea. My drink coffee. You're the one who's fucking confused. Yo, get away from me! You were right, I'm doing no damage. My minions do no damage. Please attack the medic. Okay, real fair. Can you just attack the big boy that actually, like, protects everyone so they don't take any damage? Can you, what the fuck, dude, I can't do anything! Nah, man, nah. It ain't going down like that! Oh, I'm gonna fucking freak out. The build that does nothing after the minions die? Well, why don't the minions do more damage, bro? They're legendary! Does ACAB include Osmosis Jones? I have to tell you, Osmosis Jones is kind of in the SpongeBob zone for me. As something that, like, I was obviously aware of as a child, but I think I didn't give it as much cultural weight as you might have if you're just a few years younger than me. So I just didn't really get into Osmosis Jones. Although at the time, I did think, well, this is going to be the greatest movie of all time. Chris Rock, Bill Murray, like how could it not be? And then it was, apparently. Then it was. There should be an Osmosis Jones Cells at Work crossover. So now this is two things that I don't know about. I'm going to assume, based on the jank title, that Cells at Work is kind of like an anime thing. It's an anime adjacent thing. Or perhaps even an outright anime itself. Yes, that's correct. Okay. The context slur. How'd you know? Well, if it was American, it would have just been called like Cells or something. And trust me, that's also not a compliment. Sometimes I wonder if you'd look good with a Larry David haircut. What's interesting is that it's not a haircut. It's actually letting your hair grow. It's, if anything, it's kind of the opposite of a haircut. Guys, if you're photosensitive, consider yourself warned. But if I may, the older you get, the more it actually kind of works. Like, I'm not a fan of the Bill Skarsgård look. I think it's actually, it might be Alexander Skarsgård, actually, in the Hummingbird Project, where he's fake bald, so they just shaved the horseshoe, like, into his head. But when you get up there, like, there are some times when I let the horseshoe grow a little bit and I can see some texture on the sides of my head that I go, you know what? It's actually kind of, I could see this sort of working. I think the younger you are, the more you basically want to just be as bald as you can be, maybe a little bit of stubble. But when you get like at an appropriate age to be bald, displaying the horseshoe, it has a certain amount of stateliness to it, a gravitas, if you will. Wait, dodge build plus the laser beam cross. The bulge, I want internal bulges. The external bulge can come later. Right now we're farming up the lasers and we're gonna dodge through our own lasers so we don't take damage. And then the lasers are gonna kill everything instantly. And then we're gonna build max HP and then we're gonna go to Delaware, we're gonna go to New Hampshire, we're gonna win the White House. Hey, New Hampshire, you're getting the big head ever since you got that early primary. Pissing me off, bro. Don't really know what it is you do there. Probably a little bit of skiing, but less than Maine and Vermont, but more than the average other state, I would have to guess, except for maybe Colorado and maybe Wyoming as well. Maybe Washington, I guess, has the highest crack use. In New Hampshire, we're number one. Do you believe that this could actually be the run? I think like our DPS might already be like endgame, man. All we gotta do is take stuff that gives us survivability and we're chilling. Not a chance, no. Hey, any authorized clip channels, put that in the clip, okay? I want them on YouTube. I want them to know. Nobody believed in us. Just because we've lost for 10 hours straight. Just because I've lost every single run I've ever done. Secret room, literally always positive EV. I only take advice on new games from people that have 2 kids. Like and subscribe. Are you here? Just saw the librarian cut of your overrated bands and artists. Have you given any more thought to the subject? This one's tough for me because I have not seen the librarian's compilation of my own overrated bands and artists. So I'll tell you some that I have to imagine made it onto the list. That wasn't me. I'm not mad at you, librarian. You can tell the truth. You don't have to lie. There's absolutely no doubt that the Foo Fighters made the list of most overrated bands, as I see them. It was straight up another channel. You're another channel, bro. To me, you're another channel. Smashing Pumpkins, one of mine. It's tough because I really do think that like Siamese Dream is like up there. But then like almost anything else they've ever made, I'm not really fucking with at all. Oh yeah, that's true. I have what I've recently discovered has become a contentious opinion about Linkin Park, which is that I don't think they're very good. But at some point they got codified into like a band that cannot be criticized, which I must have missed the memo on that one. I wasn't at Warped Tour that year, I guess, so I get it. I get it. And you're mad at me because the music means a lot to you, and I'm mad at them because I don't like them. Well, I'm not mad at them, I guess. I'm just kind of in my own lane, I suppose. Were you ever at Warped Tour? No. Meteora goes hard. Is that the one with the Transformers song? And if you're gonna be mad at me for calling it the Transformers song, I mean, I didn't put it in the movie. I know Hybrid Theory. That's the one with shut up when I'm talking to you! Shut up! Shut up! I'm about to break! That's Hybrid Theory, right? Do you also hate Evanescence? Yes, but Evanescence, nobody really considers them like a foundational piece of the popular music tapestry. If anything, they might be like, I'll still cape for like that one song. You ever hear the Goofy cover of that song? I have. I've been on this website for too long. For way too long. Yeah, I've heard that one. I've seen a few media share streams in my day. What are we at? Minus 9% damage. Wait. Oh no, we started at minus 20. So we got 11 on one room. That's amazing. I thought we started at minus 10, and I was like, even that is like, we're gonna get there. But gaining 11% on a room full of basic enemies feels amazing. Now do you believe it could be the one? Hey, the fake librarian, put that one in the compilation, okay? I want them to know. I want YouTube to know nobody believed. I believe you will kill yourself with your own laser. Just because I've hit myself twice with it the last 2 times I've shot it. We're making it to the balls. Yes, dude, imagine after the brain, you go to the cock. After the brain, I went to the cock. After the brain, we went, you know what I'm talking about? That's non-stop from Hamilton, bro. No, not at all. It does sound a little bit like Parappa the Rapper, but you love Parappa the Rapper, so you must love Hamilton. No, make it make sense then, man. Make it make sense. Oh, you're a hypocrite. Okay, well now that makes sense. Why didn't you say so? It was nice to talk shop with all you guys about recycling, by the way, in the Discord. The number one thing, and I know you're gonna hit me with some stupid ass excuse, so please do. You used to live in a condo. Thing that will radicalize you into like being misanthropic faster than anything else. Seeing none of your neighbors break down their flat screen TV boxes in the shared apartment recycling dumpster. Literally like takes less than 30 seconds. I understand it more if it's one of those fucked up boxes that when you open it, it has like 30 boxes inside of it and you're like, fuck. But the thing is, as a grown up, you know, someone's got to do it. It should probably be you because you got the TV, right? It shouldn't be like the maintenance person in your building who is there like 3 hours a week or something like that and is dealing with like actual problems. Someone said, I just don't feel like it. And honestly, I at least appreciate you for being honest, because that's literally the only reason you wouldn't break it down. But people will actually try to spin you a yarn about how, like, you know, it was late at night and I had work in the morning. Bro, it's there's no excuse for not cleaning up your own mess in a situation. You could leave it overnight if it's your own space, but if it's a shared space, you gotta take care of it right away. The cardboard dries my hands out. Well, get it shipped with no box then. Go get it at the store then. I get my DoorDasher to break it. Wait, dude. New, are you guys still on summer vacation? New grind set business for you. Go around door to door in wealthy neighborhoods and offer to break down all the Amazon boxes in their garage and then drive the recycling to the recycling depot. Wait! If we got motherfuckers on Reddit that are making like 50 grand a year hosing down people's garbage cans, that could actually work, man. Hey, I'll break down those boxes for you and take, because you can't take them, you can't put them in the recycling bin because they got 6 months of boxes, man. It's gonna fuck up their whole recycling flow. These motherfuckers aren't breaking them down every week. Bro, it's a low bar out there and a lot of people ain't clearing it. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I only got one kid, so everybody that's not breaking down their boxes, they must have like, I don't know, at least like 3 kids, you'd have to imagine. What do you mean 3 kids, bro? Like and subscribe, you're back! I had a question for you earlier, I forgot what it was now, and now we're fucking popping. Bro, get me out of there. You're done. Yeah, you're done. Defeat the lung boss! Yes! New PB? Oh yeah. Oh, it's a new PB by a mile, bro. We're going to the balls! Finally! Dude, I'm trying to think of what the title of this video. It's like, enter the Gungeon and your body have a baby. And it's peak, I'm afraid. 667 damage laser? The AV node. Oh shit! All that shit I said about Final Fantasy 14! I didn't know! There's gonna be a second phase, don't get cocky. Dodge the other way, John! That's a big one. Well, I'm fucking dead. It's that simple. There's no more hearts for me. Just keep shooting and praying. Oh! Never mind, I fucking lived. Oh, shit. Look at the plasmids, bro. Where to? I think I run this joint now. Oh shit! He fell on his Uncrustable. It is a noob virus, because now I'm fucking dead, bro. I killed him, but I'm fucking dead. Now I can't infect anybody else. You've surpassed me in this game. The apprentice has become the master. But I will never surpass you in having 2 kids. Like and subscribe. That's the important part. I will never beat you at having 2 kids. Are you sure? What do we say to the god of the Dr. Pollock non-invasive vasectomy? Not today, but maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back. Horrible news. I'm out of trail mix. Also, this is like a bit just for me and like 4 other people in chat. You guys need to really bully cyclists more. I'm doing harder rides once every 3 days, right? Really all out rides, and then the other ones are so easy they barely qualify as exercise. So I said, you know what? Maybe it's time to start eating some sugar on the rides. Are you motherfuckers really paying $5-6 a serving for honey stinger, energy chews, gels, scratch, gummies, stuff like that? What is wrong with you, bro? If you have ever done that, you should never be able to complain about anything being expensive ever again. You've lost all your credibility. If you're wearing a $200 cycling bib and going through $12 worth of cycling fuel on every hard ride, you don't get to say, remember when a McDouble was on the dollar menu, okay? You've lost the card. Part of the problem? I mean, I got the TBB, the black bibs. Those are $50 a bib. They're holding up pretty good, man. But the rest of the dentists, you guys got to start just putting maple syrup in hot water and letting it cool in the fridge. I said, fuck it. I'm going back to the well with maltodextrin. Thank you for buy bulk maltodextrin and fructose and you're all set. I said, there's no, I looked at this. Oh, you can get a 12-pack of Scratch Energy Chews. Cool. It's $74. Are you insane? You can get like 8 kilos of maltodextrin for $50, man. Trek bib from the local spot was $40. Cool. Maybe I'll just go to your local spot. Why didn't I just buy my bib from your local spot? Honey stingers ain't that expensive. Honey stinger, here we go. Honey stinger, Amazon.ca. Energy gel, $42.13. How many are in this? $42. It's a 12-pack. I'm sorry, you're fucking wrong. $42, 12 energy gels. The energy gels are 100 calories each. Are you fucking trolling? 24 grams of carbohydrates? No shot, bro. We're not doing that. We're doing maltodextrin. This is what I'm saying. We need to stop. We need to bully the motherfuckers that are buying these so that they get cheaper or these fucked up companies go out of business. Also, I don't want to see, this is not a knock on the college athletes, but I don't want to see marketing materials with celebrities eating the gel, because that means that at least half of my money that I'm giving you for the gel is going to the celebrity to promote the gel. Cut out the marketing and make it cheaper. Pissing me off, man. What the fuck do you mean sugar and water is $4 a bag? It's $4 a bag for sugar and water? The bibs, at least it's made of the same shit that makes the parachutes on like the space shuttle, so I kind of get it. Like you look at the bibs and you're like, I can't make this. This is some kind of synthetic NASA fabric or something like that. But the gels, man. Yeah, and listen, Guigo works in private equity or whatever. He's like a mergers and acquisitions grade 10 student. I think when we were riding together, he was on like 2 bibs per Peloton ride, which is fucking crazy. Because it's like, people, I don't know, he's probably in for like $8 or $9 per ride, which is absolutely insane. But do cyclists know Nutella exists? Bro, you can't, when you're in zone 6, you can't be eating Nutella. You're going to choke and die. You're going to go hypoxic. You literally need hummingbird food. Oh, they mean for rubbing it on the balls. That might work. You're so real for that. I can't believe I'm doing this. Amazon.ca, I'm going to type hummingbird food. KT hummingbird ready to use electro nectar 64 ounces for $33. Do they legally have to put nutritional information on this? It's the best-selling hummingbird food on Amazon. Generated from the text of consumer reviews. The pet food receives positive feedback from birds, with customers noting that birds enjoy the product. Incredible. The product works like a charm and works well for hummingbirds. However, customers have different opinions on hummingbird attraction. It's a bit expensive. Bro, you should be feeding them honey stinger stroop waffles. Ingredients: water, sucrose, potassium sorbate, citric acid, sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate. Bro, I'm fucking buying this shit. I think it's literally Gatorade. There's lead in it. They don't have to care about heavy metals. Fuck! God damn it. There's no way out. Not for human consumption. So we don't care if the hummingbirds get fucking lead poisoning and go mad as a damn hatter, huh? A group ride after work, a friend was telling me his winter training rides. He goes 2 hours at zone 3, refuses a fan or fuel. See, we need more motherfuckers like that. I'm sorry, I'm not to crash out about cycling anymore, but I get so fucking twisted up when I see people riding outside and they're riding at like 3 kilometers an hour, and they got the aerodynamic helmet, they got the cycling jersey, they got the bib, they got the cyclist sunglasses, they got the $3,000 road bike, they got the shoes clipped in, and they got like 8 different bottles. Some of them have sugar, some of them have electrolytes, etc. And I'm like, you're like 12 grand in. You're 12 grand in on this, and you forgot the part that's free. The part that's free is just pushing the pedals harder. In Vancouver, this is the meta. If you see someone that looks like Lance Armstrong, they're a dentist, and they're oh, bro, I'm not going slow. It's my recovery ride. I'm in zone 1. I'm in zone, dude. It's my hard ride's tomorrow. See them tomorrow. My Whoop ring said I didn't have a good recovery last night, so we're doing another recovery. I've never seen them go fast. But if you see someone on a Walmart Huffy with long curly hair, get ready. Get out the radar gun, because they are gonna fucking blow by you as soon as the light turns green. If you see someone on an $80 Walmart bike, it's over. Okay? Robin Wright became the first woman to win a Best Actress Golden Globe. Yeah! Yes, man, that's huge. W Women, the first woman to win the Best Actress award. That's crazy. It took till 2013 for House of Cards of all things. Let me think for a second. Things with a ball. Things associated with Minnesota. Money, a pool, a carnival, mark. A fair, a carnival. So, bro, cruise lines. Carnival, princess, celebrity, Viking. Is that a purple? That's too easy. That's way too easy for a guy like me. Things a clown might do. Right? Good, fair, just. A noble action, a virtuous action. Juggling. Things with balls, bro. Things with juggling balls. Activities with multiple balls. Dot, mark, money, nose. On the blank to mean precise. Okay, that's tough. That's a tough one. Beer pong. The New York Times has now acknowledged beer pong, which means we can add it to the frat bro dictionary, dude. Yeah! Guy who's really mad that a woman won Best Actress in 2013. Fucking stay in your lane, Emmy. 2009 establishments in Germany that are web browsers and internet search engines. I don't know Ecosia, man. I don't think I've ever. Isn't that the place where Tom Hanks was from in The Terminal? Global market share of 0.1%. 10 of you motherfuckers are using Ecosia right now? Google, too, did not take off. They called us stupid for. I get that it's a not-for-profit, okay, but they called us stupid for starting a search engine in 2009. Well, look at us now. 1978 singles by Earth, Wind, and Fire, September. Literally, if you put a gun to my head and said, name one song that you think is objectively in the top 100 best songs ever made, I might say September. I did not say it's my favorite song. I think it might be the safest bet to be one of the 100 best songs that's ever been made. 1898 establishments in Oceania, dependent countries in Micronesia, insular areas of the United States, American Samoa, Guam. What a fucking flag. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen the flag of Guam before. New tech, bro. Put the name of the country on the fucking flag. Well, it's easy to remember. That's a great flag. POV, you were being born in Guam. I don't think, obviously they have hospitals there. It's not to being born straight onto the estuary. History of the Beatles. Music venues in Liverpool. What the fuck was the name of the nightclub from Rock Band Beatles? It's it's like the Yum Yum Club or something like that. The Yuck Yuck Club, the the Cavern Club, dude. Imagine seeing the Beatles here. That's a fucking story, man. If you saw the Beatles in the long hallway. 1891 establishments in California. Private universities in California. Tourist attractions in the Silicon Valley. I don't know, Stanford? Yeah, okay, makes sense. Organizations listed in Russia as undesirable, WTF. They're literally just mad they couldn't get in. Try having a 3-year-old and putting them into a private rowing club and then getting a backdoor scholarship, bro. It's the new meta. Oh. How many are inside? That's a lot. That's like 94 cubes, man. Give me my fucking points. Not as many. 76 donuts. I'm kind of locked in today. Exactly 100. Icosahedrons. $61 capsules. That one stung. That stung a lot. Way off. I'll say it, man. It's 129 cones with a pyramid at the top. That's just a cone. That's just a cone. That shape is just a cone. Where are we today? We're top best 35%. That's pretty good. But this is my game. Okay, 42 of these. I'll live with that. 77. Oh, I literally added 3 more. Added 3 more. Hold. Oh! 46. Too many. Way too many. Way too many. 0 points. 98. The 0 fucked me up something fierce, but that was pretty good. If you take another, if you had 58 more or 88 more points in there, I mean, we'd be up there. We'd be on the leaderboard. If only this one was good and not bad. We'll do Bandle. Don't worry. We'll do the golf, then we'll do Bandle. Pardon me. Nah, fuck it. It's Bandle time. Life's too short for this bullshit, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, I quit here too. I gotta eat lunch, man. $2015. It kind of sounds like a din 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 party rock. But that's like, obviously that'd be behind the times. Billion views from 2015. Knocking, knocking. I'm knocking on Buckaday's door. familiar in there. It's kind of a little like a dance on a lazy boy, fuck on the telephone. So I'll tell you 100% I've heard this song, maybe like in a taxi or something, but I cannot conjure anything meaningful that ties it to my memory. I can definitely conjure the dan 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 dan. Sugar, how'd you get so fly? Sugar, how'd you so fly? Well, not good for the teeth. Not watermelon sugar. Maroon 5 sugar. Robin Schultz, that's sugar. That's Robin Schultz. He doesn't know? I don't know this one. Is it the one that goes, sugar, how'd you get so fly? You sung the lyrics? They say, dance on the lazy boy, fuck on the telephone. They say that? I thought that was me original. That was one that I made myself. Inspired by the Jonas Brothers. Anyway, I'll send you over to my wife's stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will be back tomorrow. Good night. Gotta catch a hunker, a grouper, or a tuna. Gotta catch a hunker, a haddock, or a cod. Gotta catch a hunker, albacore. What the hell, man? How did I get nothing from the sea? Now we gotta switch it up slightly. Don't remember. How does the tune go during this part? Oh, Jesus.